Not every city has the same government structure. Many of them have two people in charge. In fact, 18 cities in New York State have a council manager form of government. This includes both the mayor and a city manager. They're among the 3,000 city managers across the country. And tonight, Ali Tui takes an in-depth look at how this form of city government operates and why leaders in one city says it works for them.
The city of Elmira. It's the largest city in Chemung County with a population of about 27,000.
Indicated that she wants to start her projects now.
And it operates under a city manager form of government, meaning there's an elected mayor and an appointed city manager. It's been that way for more than a century. City manager Mike Collins.
It works here, and it has worked for well over 100 years.
Collins is appointed by the mayor, in this case, Mayor Daniel Mandel Jr. His appointment needs the city council majority. Both will work together on a variety of city issues, but their roles in city government differ.
Some people might argue it's excessive to have two people in power in this position, but you don't describe it that way.
No, I don't, because I'm kind of like the chairman of the board, a board of city council, and my city manager is kind of like the CEO, or if you will, the COO, chief of operations.
As city manager, Collins even gets the better parking spot here at City Hall, and so does his staff, and maybe deservedly so. The city mayor is only a part-time position here in Elmira compared to the city manager. Collins says he works around the clock.
You know, at 9 or 10 o'clock at night, you know, there was a fire at this house, or police, you know, shots fired here, fatal motor vehicle accidents, etc. But when I'm alerted, then I alert city council by text to say, hey, this just occurred, because they need to be informed as well.
Collins makes approximately $135,000 a year. He handles day-to-day operations, the hiring and firing of city employees, and budget presentations. Any of his recommendations require a majority of city council approval. Mayor Mandel makes $11,000 in the part-time post. He attends city functions like parades and ribbon cuttings and makes appointments to city boards like the Water Board or Zoning Board of Appeals. Jacob Nyheisel is a political science professor for the University of Buffalo. He says there are pros and cons to the city manager form of government. The pros: infrastructure funding is typically more evenly distributed throughout the city. It tends to be more efficient and less political. The cons: voters have virtually no say in who manages the city since they're appointed by city council.
With the mayoral election, your citywide ballot is in play, whereas really in a way you only have to appeal to a bare majority of the city council if you're in a managerial position.
He is very well qualified.
For Elmira City Mayor Daniel Mandel and City Manager Mike Collins, they believe the pros outweigh the cons.
You could be influenced as a mayor because you are elected by the people, where I'm appointed and I'm objective.
And they say they'll be watching to see how the proposal unfolds here in the Queen City. In Elmira, Ali Tui, 7 Eyewitness News.